Yeah, nothing changes and nothing changes, man.
Pimpy! Pimpy!
Stop those 3 parts.
Welcome to Pimpy's Investment Chat, where we keep investment talk simple. And here's your host, Pimpy.
The real reason why people hate you is because they cannot relate to you. Guys, look, in this world, we have a lot of people who can't relate to us. And it's not like we can't relate to them, but they think so small that they can't really see how we think at all. And so a lot of times you're going to face tension with people who can't relate to anything that you do. They can't connect with the things that you really cherish. They don't understand the direction that you're going. And the number one reason why people hate is simply because they cannot relate. So in this video, I'm going to share with you exactly how you need to prepare yourself to become the best version of who you know you need to be and what you need to do about these haters in your life. So please listen up. Here's the truth. Most of the people that hate on you are mad at themselves because they cannot relate to you. And they're usually mad at themselves far before they even knew you. Because there are moments in their life where they could have understood a person like you, or whenever they were able to meet you, they could have resolved some of their own personal issues so that they could be ready to interact with you. But they chose not to do that because they were too selfish in their own ways. And when they see you, they're going to hate you because you threatened them. They're going to hate you because they've seen someone like you, but they've never understood someone like you. And because they don't understand someone like you, they're going to react as if they're scared. Now, usually when a person is afraid of you, they're not going to tell you that they're scared. But they will show it through their fears and their insecurities and their concerns. You're going to hear it in the words that they speak. You're going to see it in their behavior. You're going to feel some kind of vibe that they will emit. And you will know that they're actually hating on you. And like I said before, they're only hating on you because they don't really understand what you represent. They see you and they know that there's something special about you, but they don't know what it is. And they're confused by it. They don't know how to ask you because their ego is too big. And so they shrink back. And they refuse to interact with you. They refuse to entertain you. They refuse to be educated by you because they know that they are in an inferior position.
What is going on out there, peeps? Yikes. Sometimes you hear something, you're like, wow, that's right on the money. Anyways, let's get into this, shall we? Before we get started, do me a favor, hit the thumbs up button. If you're not a subscriber, please do so, because when you do, it helps out the channel, and I certainly do appreciate it. If you're thinking about buying gold and silver, head on over to our friends at Miles Franklin. The link will be down below in the description. When you make your purchase, make sure you use promo code Pimpy, P-I-M-P-Y, and they'll take care of you. If you have any additional questions, you can reach us over here at this phone number or over here at this particular email. For all orders over $10,000, reach out by email and we'll make sure that you get a great deal. So come on over to Miles Franklin and add to your precious metal inventory. So let me guess. Let's see here. March the 17th rolled around. All of these content creators, something's going to happen to the dinar. Something's going to happen in Iraq. And then nothing happens. Wah, 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 wah. Yeah. This is the same crap we go through these content creators all the time. This date, something's going to happen. That date, something's going to happen. The budget's going to show us the new exchange rate, the end of the year exchange rate, the beginning of the new year exchange rate, blah, 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 blah. Sooner or later, you're going to get sick of it. Welcome to the Grounded channel. I'm your host, Pimpy. I appreciate you guys tuning in. Here, we do the best that we can to educate people so they're not in shock and awe over this kind of BS happening in the Dinar community. You're grounded, you know what to look for, and you're educated. Let's get going, shall we? So the 17th has come and went, and not a damn thing's happened. Why would anybody out there be surprised? I mean, seriously, it's the 20th anniversary. It's the 21st anniversary from when they devalued the currency. So something big is going to happen. Something big is going to happen on the 17th. Not a damn thing's happened big. Don't keep falling for their lies. I know I say the things that you guys don't like. Like I said, don't just listen to things that tickle your ears and sound good. Listen to somebody who's grounded, is going to tell you the truth. That's this channel here. The United States Embassy expresses its concern about the Kurdistan Democratic Party's boycott of the regional parliament elections, which is a big concern. Now, who are the Kurdistan's Democratic Party? Well, they are a lot like our Republican Party. Ideology, nationalism, republicanism, conservatism, secularism, Atlanticism. I'm not sure what some of these mean, but the point being, it's all about focusing on your people first and foremost. So how can you not support that? Why this article is such a problem is if you think about what Sauter did. Sauter did almost the same thing. And because he removed himself from the political scene, this allowed the coordinated framework to get back in power again. And although there's a lot of good things happening, it isn't because of the coordinated framework. This has more to do with al-Sudani as a prime minister more than anything else. And how do I know that? Because the coordinating framework is trying to remove al-Sudani out of being the prime minister for the Iraqi people. So let's get over to the Kurdistan region, and they don't like what's going on. And as a matter of fact, they're talking about boycotting the elections, which I think is a bad idea. Since the United States Embassy in Iraq expressed on Monday its concern over the Kurdistan Democratic Party's announcement of a boycott of the Kurdistan regional parliament elections. Earlier today, the Kurdistan Democratic Party announced a boycott of the parliamentary election in the Kurdistan region, scheduled to be held next June, while threatening to leave the political process in Iraq if the state administration coalition does not commit to implementing the agreement concluded between its parties. So they come up with an agreement in which Kurdistan would share 11 seats, and now they're pulling back from that. Their Supreme Court has ruled that it's unconstitutional and that the 11 seats that they are going to represent. Now keep in mind, there's X amount of seats per tribe, so that they're equally represented in the parliament. But now the Supreme Court has overturned that. And what did I say about the Supreme Court over there in Iraq? They are buddies with who? Yeah, Maliki. And if Maliki is trying to corrupt the whole system so that he can get what he wants, that means you can't trust their decisions when it comes to court cases, especially when it concerns the Kurdistan people. So the U.S. Ambassador Romanowski wrote on X website, "We are concerned about the Kurdistan Democratic Party's announcement of a boycott of the elections in the Kurdistan region of Iraq. We urge the Iraqi government and the Kurdistan regional government to ensure that the elections are free, fair, transparent, and credible," which is the same problem that we're having here in the United States. She stressed that all citizens of the Kurdistan region of Iraq should have a voice in determining the future. They should, but there's a much bigger agenda going on worldwide. The International Atomic Energy Agency sends an official invitation to Iraq to participate in its next summit. So what the so-called green movement are starting to realize is the infrastructure isn't set up to support what it is they want to do or push us into. And now they're turning more and more to the one thing that they said would destroy the world, and that is nuclear power. Isn't that ironic? So on Monday, the International Atomic Energy Agency sent an official invitation to Iraq's Prime Minister al-Sudani to participate in a nuclear energy summit that will be held in Brussels this month, while confirming that it is awaiting an Iraqi delegation visit to its headquarters in the coming weeks to develop a roadmap to empower the country from obtaining nuclear technology in peaceful fields. So what are they trying to say here? Are they trying to turn Iraq away from using nuclear as a form of energy? The Prime Minister's office stated in a statement received by the news, al-Sudani received this morning the Director General of the International Atomic Energy Agency, and confirmed during the meeting that Iraq was one of the first countries that sought to join the agency, abide by its treaty, and work to establish nuclear reactors for peaceful purposes due to its convictions that nuclear energy should be a source of prosperity and not for the development of lethal weapons. You should hope that all countries feel that way. But I gotta be honest, I'd be afraid for the Iraqi people to have any kind of nuclear processing plant there, because you have a lot of idiots that would go as far to do whatever it takes to blow up that nuclear reactor, killing a lot of Iraqi people just because they love to destabilize the Middle East. So I'd be a little nervous here, but I think it's the right move by Iraq to turn towards nuclear energy. Urgent need for new hotels in Baghdad. The Prime Minister al-Sudani has conducted a field visit to Rixos and Movenpick hotel projects, both under construction in the heart of Baghdad. What? Both are under construction in the heart of Baghdad? How is that possible with an exchange rate of 1,320 dinars? According to certain individuals out there, you can't do major projects with that exchange rate. Isn't that what we're told? He received a detailed presentation on the progress of the execution of both projects and inspected the stages of completion, which means they've already started with the exchange rate being where it is. That's kind of weird, isn't it? Al-Sudani emphasized the urgent need for large hotels in the city the size of Baghdad, given its tourist activity, official delegations, and hosting of numerous Arab, regional, and international conferences throughout the year. He noted that the hotel occupancy rate currently stands at 100%. Additionally, he highlighted Iraq's up-and-coming hosting of important events and conferences, necessitating further efforts to complete these two hotels and other hotels currently under construction in Baghdad. What? Currently under construction? How could they be under construction with the current exchange rate? I'm confused. How about you? These projects are among several hotel projects underway in Baghdad. What? Had they not gotten the memo from MM that they can't do projects with the current exchange rate? Mid-2024, Iraq leaves government monetary dealing. Sunday, the financial advisor to the Prime Minister, Saleh, set the date for Iraq to leave government cash dealing and switch to 100% electronic collections. So yeah, this looks like reform, because the only way they're going to get people to turn in the old Iraqi Dinar notes is to force them into electronic digital currency. Remember, they have a liquidity issue. This is one way to change it, because you know damn well the Iraqi people do not trust the government. They do not trust the bank. So unless you force them into this situation, they're not going to change. Government collection begins at the beginning of this year, and electronic payments have not adapted through cards in various forms, but it takes some time to prepare revenue institutions for electronic payments. Remember, they try to go 100% gun-ho at first with the electronic payments, and it was met with a lot of resistance from the Iraqi people, and it forced them to do a 180 on their decisions. So, are they going to try to go 100% into electronic payments and hope that the Iraqi people don't raise hell over it? Let's see. He expects by the middle of this year, the government collection rate will become 100% electronic after important institutions such as the Ministry of Electricity and gas stations begin it, in addition to the gradual adoption of the rest of the institutions. He pointed out that before the middle of the current year, there will no longer be a governmental institution that receives final cash, leading to the illegal adoption of electronic payment receipts with the financial management law and accounting system law, which are agreed upon and recognized in terms, conformity, and capability. He stressed that things are going well and accelerating, and the year 2024 will actually be the year of electronic payments in Iraq. We'll see, because they've already raised hell when they tried to do it before. Do you think the Iraqi people are going to sit back when they don't even trust their own government, nor the banks, to handle their money? It remains to be seen, but we'll see. So once again, I'm sorry, people. You've been lied to by the content creators. March 17th came and went, and nothing big happened at all. Aren't you sick of this yet? I've been sick of it for years. That's why I'm here now, to keep you grounded and tell you the truth, despite the fact that it might not be something that you guys like to hear. Anyways, that's it for now. I look forward to hearing from you. I'm out.